Hello everyone, it's me, Key of W, the Queen of Blueprints. So in our previous video, we finally got the blue tents. We did it. So what that means is that on the 8th rank, every blue room we draft is going to have a hidden memo. Some of them are pretty well hidden, I will say, and those memos are going to contain, well, hints for things. Having played this game before, some of those hints are not helpful at all, or they're helpful for puzzles that you will likely have already solved, but there are some hints that will help us with an upcoming puzzle that I don't know how to solve except using those hints. And so it's important we do that. I'm trying very, very hard not to solve puzzles using like advanced knowledge. We're doing it with the knowledge we have in front of us. But the first thing I'm going to do is actually make black prints more likely to be drawn, even though I want blue rooms, because what I want is the scepter, and I'll make the scepter blue. And then on future days, I make both the banner and the scepter blue, and we basically get blue rooms all day long. So we'll eventually get the treasure trove. Break room is always good, because I do want the key card that just gets rid of our key problems every day. 36 to start. We're going to divide that by 3 to get 12. I'm going to swap and make 21. Minus 2 is 19. 21 times 2 is 42. Minus 1 is 41. We're going to swap those to make 14. And times 1 is just itself. We're going to start 118 is 19. We're going to swap it to 91 and round to 90. And then we're going to add 1 to 91, swap it to 19, and round to the nearest 10 again. There we are. Good. Regular keys plus key card. We're on a good start. Observatory is always good. I can't force a black room, so we are going to do this. Dining room is great too, but I usually like to put the dining room further ahead because then you don't have to backtrack so far to eat it once you're done. I don't want the dead end rooms. Do I want this? Sure. Let's get 4-door rooms more common. Den. But I really want the treasure trove. But it will happen, I believe. Black prints are more common. Conservatory is also good because I can make treasure trove more common. I can also pick certain blue rooms to make more common. Corridor, let's make that less common because it's usually not the most useful room. I know it's always left unlocked, but we're rarely in a scenario where we need that unlocked door. So I'm going to make it unusual, which is a weird thing to do. Patio is fine where it is, I think. Laboratory, I don't care about that as much anymore, so let's make that unusual. There we go. I don't have a shovel, do I? No, I don't. Cool. Yeah, in lieu of getting the rooms I want more common, let's make the rooms I don't want less common. So I'm out of gems. This is not a very smart move, but hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me. At the very least, we're going to make this blue. And then tomorrow, if we don't get what we need today, then tomorrow we do it. The only reason to pick up all this money is, maybe I make a commissary or something. Okay. So we've got a pink chest with a wind symbol. Now, I don't remember if there's anything about those. That was me looking at other things. So, blue boxes marked by wind symbols contain false statements. But this is a pink box with a wind symbol. Anything else? We'll see. I'll use one of my precious keys to open it. Red memos in blue boxes are always true. That can't be right because red memos are always false. Let me observe that. This is from a pink chest with a wind symbol. So let's look for where were the blue boxes? Red memos and blue boxes. So blue chest, the second note, but it had a blue note in it. A blue chest with a green note. Blue chest with a green note. Blue chest with the blue note. Blue chest with the green note. Blue chest with the blue note. I haven't ever seen a red memo in a blue box. So it's possible they're always true because they're always handwritten, because red memos are always lies unless written by hand. So that's a possible thing. Alright, give me something with gems. Yeah. Trophy room. There we go. Gems solved for the run. Of course, what we really want is to get up to rank 8. That's kind of our only mission in life, is to get to rank 8. This might be good. Let's put this here. It is a dead end, but we're gonna move this one forward. Mechanarium is not gonna be good here because it will be a dead end. Boiler room is the best. It's really the only thing I can do. The thing about blue rooms is they often don't have a lot of doors in them. So there's that. Who's a good boy? Me. I'm the good boy. Alright, I don't have a shovel. Alright, so that didn't turn the correct direction. So what should I do about that? I want to end the day in the break room. Maybe this day is short. Maybe the day is short so that I keep this... I just don't want to use up the stars right now. I want to keep them for later. Do I? Do I want to keep the stars? It doesn't matter. Let's make this. And then let's go. Make this a short day. End in the break room. Keep the key card. And the scepter. Good. Good work, team. Now, tomorrow, using the scepter as well as the Banner of the King. Now, I could make the Banner of the King be orange rooms, because then hallways tend to have lots of doors, and I can flush out at the beginning of the day a lot of orange rooms, get myself up to rank 8, at which point all I have left are blue rooms. I could try that today and see if that isn't a terrible idea. Oops, wrong button. So let's make this orange. Let's see what happens. Hallways are more likely to be drawn. Blueprints are more common. So we're going to flush ourselves to the end with hallways. Eventually the foyer is going to show up too. Get a den, shall we? How about a storeroom? The thing about a den is that one of its exits would have been essentially wasted because of the hallway. So I could put another dead end here, it'd be just totally fine. Or we could just get the foyer now. So now I have a bunch of unlocked rooms I'll be making, because there'll be a bunch of orange rooms. There's my break room. Let's see what we got. So a third of 9 is 3. A third of 21 is 7. A third of 1 is a third. Times 6 is 2. Then we're going to subtract 2. Okay, hold on. This is weird. Right? So a third of 1. So 1/3. Times 6 is 6/3, which is 2. A third of 6 is 2. So we're at 0. 0 squared is 0 plus 1. Okay. I just didn't expect us to be at 0 squared. Silver key will be useful where? I'm not sure. Aquarium. I don't want to spend a gem right now. Let's flush through. The den is good. Because by the time I get up to rank 8, I'll have gone through pretty much all my hallways. Right? I think so. I'd rather keep the gem right now. Let's get some dice. Yeah, another nice thing about setting the Banner of the King to hallway instead of blue rooms is if I set it to blue rooms and I had the Royal Scepter in blue, it would pretty much guarantee all blue. I would just not see anything else. Which means I wouldn't see rooms like Geist Bedroom. Or at least they would be so rare that I'd basically never see them. Let's make a draft out of here. Let's make the Great Hall. It's going to be completely unlocked. Thank you, foyer. And let's see what we've got items-wise. Key is good. Gem is good. Alright. Key is good. Gem would be better. I don't think I need this, but why not? I basically don't care about the antechamber anymore, or room 46. Let's open this with the key. Dice is good. Coins is fine. Boudoir goes the wrong way. Commissary goes the wrong way. So I guess we're passageway, unless I want to redraw. So that's a wasted exit. But this will probably be an East Wing Hall somewhere. Oh no, it's just a funeral parlor. Funeral parlor's fine. Not going to have a lot of gems in it. Not unless I make more bedrooms. Conservatory. There we go. Let's get the shuffle. See what I can dig up. Probably nothing. Yeah. Alright, what can I make here? Great Hall. I don't really like the Great Hall right now. It's fine where it is. The Den is also good. Conference room should be... You know what? Let's make it commonplace. Because it's got 3 doors. I want to see those 3-door rooms a lot. So that'll help me just get around the house more. I'll do the puzzle here since I'm probably not going to come back this way for a while. The second statement on the black box is false. The black box contains the gems. Every statement with the word blue is false. That would make this statement false, if it's true. So this is false. Not every statement with the word blue is false. Therefore, there has to be a statement with the word blue which is true. And therefore, it is this one. This is a true statement. Both statements in the blue box are true. The blue box contains the gems. No, that can't be right. Hold on. If this is true, it's false. If this is false, every statement with the word blue is false. That means that I have to find a statement with the word blue that is true. Maybe this one is true. The blue box contains gems. Because if these are both false, then this is true. Every statement with the word blue is false. So, this is true. This is false. Is that right, though? This is false. This is tripping me up. If I say that this is true, and both of these are false, this would be true. And this would be false? Because they can't both be true. Then they'd be in here? I'm skipping this one. I don't get it. I don't get it. I might come back to it later, but for now I'm skipping it. Alright, let's put the conference room here. Here we go. Flushing out hallways, making myself have lots of places to go. Secret passage, I guess. Not a corridor. I'm not going to spend my gems right now. Aquarium. Let's redraw. Let's flush out another hallway. Alright, let's put a dining room here. That's 10 free steps. Redraw again. Let's put the tunnel here and then not draft the tunnel out of it because I don't want to waste anything. Let's put the pantry here, shall we? So the tunnel is done. It's out of my draft pool. Alright, let's go up to rank 8 and just fill some blue rooms here. They need to be blue, baby. Workshop, sure. Why not? So it says hidden blue memo, so it might not be easy to find. I actually don't know if I ever saw the blue memo in the workshop, so we're going to take a look around and make sure we're not too blind to notice it. I might be too blind to notice it. Where is it? Shout at the screen when you see it. Maybe I'll hear you. Have anything? I don't really have anything I can make with this, so it's fine. Because I'm letting you know some of these are actually really deviously hidden, so I might just not be able to find, because I never did find this one, and I didn't like look up where all the blue memos are ahead of time. Okay, let me at least open the door. I need something going to the right. Let's put the commissary there. Ah. Certain rooms, like mechanical rooms, are more likely to contain security doors. So yeah, that's not all that helpful, because, like, we're almost done with the game now. If I got blue tents early somehow, maybe this would be useful. But it's really not going to help me at this point. Let's at least buy some stuff. Oh, this is like all what I don't want. I wish there were like gems here. But I'll make use out of these. Magnifying glass, probably not that helpful. Silver key? Actually, that's probably not useful because it's a corner room. Yeah, it's not that useful. Make it a bedroom. And then let's get a blue room out of here. Would be nice. Ballroom? Sure, because I will get these gems right back. And I will never enter this room again. Alright, there's the hidden memo. Very hidden. Can I? There we go. The majority of gems found in the house are artificially produced. That is true, and we also know it because we read the gardener's logbook in the greenhouse, where he talks about how where Denny Ravane invented a way to make artificial gems, and the Baron stuffed the idea so that he could keep this puzzle thing going rather than letting it go public. And it made Denny Ravane so angry that he decided to do a thievery. This would be all my gems. I don't want that. Let's put the boudoir here, because it'll give me more gems and more dice. It'll guarantee some more blue rooms in rank 8. Because that's really what we're all here for. Kennel? Sure, it would require me to go through here to get the other ones, but let's see what the kennel has to say for itself. Do you have a special blue note? You don't. Well, that's not that hidden. Sinclair's 4 canine companions are named Carter, Thoughtless, Hot Sauce, and Drawbridge. How do I know which one's which? Are you Carter? Are you Thoughtless? You look thoughtless. Alright, well, that wasn't super helpful. But for those, I'm pretty sure that if that note wasn't included in the game, you would either have scenarios where fans were pestering the developer with what's the name of the dog, or you would just have a ton of like fan fiction where the dogs are named and there would be no real consensus. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna see what we can get out of here. Aquarium is totally fine. It counts as a blue room, so there would be a note in here, I suppose. But I'm not worried about that right now. Alright, what do we got here? Something turning left would be amazing. Apparently that's too much to ask for in this house. We're going to redraw. Turn left, please. Chapel's fine. I don't care about it anymore. It still takes my money even though there's no piggy bank, and you might think that's royally unfair, but you know what? Life is unfair. I guess we're taking the classroom. I mean, I could have spent my last die, but I didn't really feel like doing that. So let's turn right, I think. Let's hope I get some gems from you, actually. And I don't, because, once again, life's unfair. Oh no, I get 1 gem. 1 measly gem. But if I make green rooms, I might contain more gems. I don't want to spend my stars right now. I want to get my stars up to 100. I just want to see what happens. So I want to keep them until I get up that high. Closed exhibit is fine because I have the key card. In fact, it's a really good room because I have the key card. Lockpick is even better, I suppose. We want to go this way to get up to rank 8. And we'll only do that through the library right now. And hopefully we get a room that turns to the right. It's nice to get a gem as well. I was running kind of low. Forgot I have the lockpick, so I already used my key. Bookshop is a waste of my time. Let's put this here. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen a trunk up here in the laboratory like that. Alright, this is rank 7, so I don't need it to be blue. Let's make it a spare green room. Hey, a watering can. A little bit late in the run for the watering can, thank you. Attic. It is a blue room, but I would not get a 5th blue room. So the question is, do I trust that there will be another blue room if I redraw? And hope that it is not a dead end? Or do I just say 4 dead ends is good and we'll know 4 useless notes? If I do one of these two, I can guarantee a blue room here, basically, but I would waste this option. This guarantees a 4th. This means I could potentially not get one. I'm going to take the risk. And I got a good roll. Drawing room. So now, let's find that note. This room has a ton of places we could hide a note. Let's just have an obvious sort of look around. It's not on the floor. Not back of that. So far, all the notes have kind of been... Well, except the kennel note, but they're like on the floor. So I keep thinking that's where they're going to put them. But they could hide them anywhere. Ah! Months are... Oh, come on, man. Do you think I needed help with that one? This could also be in reference to some other puzzle, maybe, because the idea that they're slightly longer than days. That would be sarcastic normally, because months are 30 plus days. So maybe there's something to do with the letters themselves, but come on, man. Alright, let's get a blue room. Let's make the study. Yeah. Treasure map. I don't care. We're pretty much done with today's run, so... where's the blue note? A lot of places they could be hidden in here. Back of the safe. I don't know. There's the queen, I guess. Back of the chalkboard. I can't really see around behind it. Anyway. The table. This table. Under the table. Globe. Actually, for real. Where is it? Watch this take like 15 minutes to find, and then the note is something like, the letter Q comes after the letter D in the alphabet. Let's look up high for a second. Gamers don't look up. Okay. So... Where is it? Where's the note? This is the blue room. Not like hidden in the safe somewhere else. I imagined it would be hidden among these books, but I didn't notice anything. Oh, hold on. There it is. The chessboard in this room contains... Oh, I already solved that puzzle. Portmanteau. D8. Date. Yeah. That tells you how to unlock the safe. Well, so this is a super unhelpful day. So what we want to do is just pick up a bunch more gems after we're done with everything for the day. What we want to do... Is there any reason I would ever want to open other doors? Because really all I need to do is make sure I keep the scepter and the key card, which is the break room here. This strategy of hallways and blue rooms worked out pretty well for me, so I'll probably keep it. And let's get back to the main area. Yeah, this way. And maybe tomorrow we can find a hint that is actually a hint and not a waste of time. It's actually kind of funny that occasionally you just get these really trolly notes. But we're going to try again. we're going to do that same strategy. Rather than making both the Banner of the King and the Scepter go for blue rooms, we're going to have them split so that I have a chance to get other useful rooms, and I get hallways which have loads of doors in them. Because the thing about blue rooms is they don't always have loads of doors, and so if I have all blue rooms, there is a chance that I end up just not being able to make it to rank 8. So let's do this immediately. And then clear some of them out of my inventory for one. But I'm going to put the conference room down here. Now, at some point, I'd want to make the conference room in rank 8, you would think. And you'd think correctly, but yeah. Put the break room down here. Get ourselves some keys. So 1 plus 2 is 3, and we multiply that by essentially 6, so that's 18. 1 plus 2 is 3, subtracted by 3 is 0, times 15 is also 0, plus 2 is 2. So we start with negative 3, we're going to multiply it by 1, so negative 3, but we square it to make regular old 9. Secret garden key could be useful, I suppose. Let's hit the tunnel. No, let's get the West Wing Hall. Let's get that out of the inventory. Oh no, I probably should have done the tunnel there. Secret passage. What would I force with the secret passage? I don't know. I'm gonna get dice with the Geist bedroom. So that when it comes time to get to rank 8, if I don't draw blue rooms, I am able to redraw. Let's see what I get here. Let's put this as a hallway. That's just locked. I have nothing to do with that right now. Sure, let's put the Great Hall there for a second, and then back out. It will unlock the door behind there, I guess, which is not the most useful at this moment. But I'm going to trust that I pull something off in this direction. Commissary. Now, it would be nice if this contained gems and keys today. There we go, set of gems, shovel, no keys. But I'll take it. It's a start. Now here, the den again is more gems, which is fine, I guess. Now this has got to go where I need it to go. East Wing Hall is good. A room with keys in it would be super good. No. No to that. Storeroom has keys. And by keys, I mean one key. Alright, gems. We're fine on gems today. We are doing great on gems. I'm not worried about that. Observatory or tunnel? I'm going to take the observatory, get my stars up, see what happens. I could get a key today from here. I did not. I got a half off sale when it's too late and more gems. So not helpful. Alright, classroom is actually pretty good for here. I was hoping to eventually see the foyer, because orange rooms being more common, you'd think it would show up eventually. Let's redraw that. There's the foyer. Because now I can go back to the Great Hall and open all the doors. Which I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna do it now. Who is going to stop me? Be realistic. I'm far too powerful. Alright. Mostly here to grab the items, but there is a passageway out of here. Oh, good, more gems. Alright, fine. That's the exit. Let's find the items. Coins? Not helpful. Not helpful at all. I was hoping for keys. Thank you. Sir, hallways are now all unlocked, but there are other rooms that exist that could be locked. Let's do this. I don't need the gems, but I do want to solve all the puzzles. I mean, it's just for the trophy, and it's just for bragging rights. Both statements on the white box are true. Both statements on this box are true. If this was true, these would both have to be false. And it wouldn't be. This cannot have both be true. Exactly two statements with the word true or false. The gems are not in this box. The top statement on the white box is true. The gems are not in this box. So let me find a box where both statements could be true. If these are both true, Exactly 2 statements with the word true are false. This is true, and that's true. These are both false. That would be true, and that would be false. The gems are in this box, and in fact, that works. I'm gonna just go for it. I'm gonna go for it and be disappointed if I mess up. I'm right. Okay. Secret passage, starfish aquarium, spare green room. None of these take me anywhere. So how about one that doesn't waste a gem? Because I am running low on gems. Oh, thank goodness, I was running low on gems. Alright, I still do have a way forward, which is good. I want to flush out even more hallways if possible. Unfortunately, out of a secret passage, you can't force a blue room, so I don't want to use a secret passage on or into rank 8. This is fine, because it's just a lot of doors. Let's head this way. I already had the note from the drawing room, so I don't even need to worry about where I put this right now. Really? Sure. There we go. Secret Garden's in here now. Let's see. Really, digging up a key would be the most important thing I could get here. Or coin. I'm low on coins, as you can very plainly see. Okay, okay. I see what today's theme is wasting my time. Alright, metal detector's alright. That should help me find more keys. Corridor or tunnel? Either way, like tunnel, I don't want to draw a tunnel out of it, so it will force me to only have 2 rooms to select from. Corridor would give me 3. I think the corridor's better. If I redraw, I don't know if I'll get a better shot than this, so let's take corridor out of this one. And then greenhouse, I don't want green rooms to be more likely. Treasure trove is fine. Hopefully get more keys. I want to open that, but I don't want to use my last key doing that. Now, what else would I use money for today? I have already used the commissary. Kitchen would be probably the best thing to draw for money spending. Or locksmith. Locksmith would also be good. I wouldn't want to draw a locksmith going that way, though. How much are we willing to bet that these doors are both locked? Oh, wow, nothing? Alright, this counts as a blue room. So let's see what the aquarium has to say for itself. Oh, it's right there. Alright. This tank contains a red herring. Oh, come on, man. Is that a red herring? Is that what we're talking about? Alright, I want these both to be blue rooms. Clock tower is great. It'll help me with keys tomorrow. And there's a key right there. We're good. I always like having at least 2 of something, because then if I have to spend it, I still have 1 left over. You know what I mean? In eclipses only appear in the north sky. Doesn't in mean north anyway? Also, why? Who cares about in eclipses? Alright, well, at least this is a useful room for tomorrow. I will be able to... how many tomorrow rooms I have today? I have 1, 2. So I'll start tomorrow with 2 keys. That's good. This better be a blue room. Nope, try again. Try a second time again. Let's put the planetarium here, and then we will use another passageway to get to the other blue rooms. Because I want that, and I want this. A coin. Woo! Okay, there's a blue note in here somewhere. Is it on one of the seats? It is on one of the seats. The inkwell is not the largest constellation. That, my suspicion is if I get to 100 stars, something will happen. So yeah, true. But that's confirmation that I do in fact want to see what happens when I get to a higher number of stars. Let's see if this door is locked. It is, but that's okay. Closed exhibit's fine. I have the key card. I want this to go up. I'll accept this. I will accept this direction. Do I have the trophy room? I don't think I have the trophy room today. That's alright. 20 steps is more than enough. The lunchbox will give me another 10. This lunchbox is such a lifesaver. Like, honestly, one of the best items you can purchase in the whole game. Alright. I don't know if I want to use my last key at this moment. I'm kind of forced to. Let's do it. Garage is terrible there. Bedroom is what I need. And then we just hope it's not a locked door. Doggone it. Well, we'll come back. We'll come back to this place. I've got the steps. So let's head to another room and hope we can find some keys. Because metal detector means I should be able to find more keys. This is an interesting choice. But how about we take the passageway? This will have things. Let's put the courtyard here. Because I could find, yep, that, which means I can open the trunks without spending anything. Perhaps dig up keys. Turnips are fine. Nope. Unlucky. But let's try some other doors. All the orange rooms are unlocked, which is good. I'll just take this. More steps. What would I force out of a secret passage that I'd want? What's going to give me keys? I don't know. Another hallway I could force. Bedroom. I'm going to force a hallway. I can get a second aquarium. No, thank you. Hallway with a locked trunk because it is not locked as long as I'm around. There we go. There's a key. Now I can get back to rank 8. But let's continue exploring while I'm down here. I can have the worst room of all time. I can take a workshop. Maybe an item that helps with keys. The best one for that is... I'm not sure. Hold on. If I have the lockpick, there's a thing that makes lockpicking easier. Detector shovel. This feels like a good safe item to make because you don't lose any items. Sometimes you make an item and the original functionality of the item, the constituent items, is lost. Whereas detector shovel just is both items, but better. Okay, I'm not going to use my one key in a place I don't want it to be used. So let's make the trek all the way back to the bedroom. And use it there. Actually, there's the trunk here, so we might find another key. And we do. Attic is, once again, we're in the same predicament as before. But here's the thing, is that no matter what we pick, we can only get a maximum of 4 blue rooms on the top. So if I pick the casino, I would need a blue room draw here. So what I'm going to draw is the attic and see what note the attic has for me. There. Alright, coins is fine. Coin purse. This would have been very useful in the run-up to the blue tents. Alright, did anyone see a blue note while I was running around? Just point on the screen to where it is. Okay, thank you. Yeah, this feels like a room where it could just be hidden anywhere. I remember this hiding spot for that puzzle. Maybe over here. Ah! Trixie. I want it there. SHS was born 3 years after HSS. Herbert. Simon Sinclair. Herbert Sinclair. You know how useful that is to me? Not at all. Let's head to the break room, shall we? And end our day. End our day. Now that this is another one with pretty much no win. Yeah, this way. So you see how most of these blue memos are not all that helpful. There's only like 2 or 3 that are going to be helpful, so I kind of got to find those. It's really all I can do. I cannot progress in this next puzzle without either just deciding to figure something out without finding the hint for it, or playing the game till I find the hint. That's what we'll do. We'll do another one of these days. I'll give it one more, just because of how long they're taking. Just to make sure we get another shot. And I don't want to draw a blue room in the 8th rank that I've already seen, because the note will be the same. The blue memos are decided by room. So if I draw the attic again, I'm going to see that same note. Which is a nice note, but it wasn't helpful the first time, and it won't be helpful if I see it a second time. So I need to find particular rooms to get the notes. I think I even remember what those rooms are, but that doesn't matter. We're just going to look for rooms we haven't seen and hope that those contain hints. Of course, it could help if I got the conservatory again with blue rooms in it, and I made certain blue rooms more common. I could just try to make them more likely to appear in rank 8. So once again, we set ourselves to hallways here. Let me see if I can get a good hallway right out of the gate. Let's take the tunnel here. That's going to push us out. Let's take the attic here? Or do I just take 2 dice? I'm going to take 2 dice. Because I'm going to want these when we get up to rank 8, so we don't have what happened yesterday, which was we were forced to take an attic and lose a blue room. Now this better be a good room. Treasure trove is a good room. Of course, I don't need all this money, but maybe I find a commissary and a kitchen and a locksmith, all those wonderful things. So black chest with a sun symbol. Now I know that sun symbols contain true memos. That is for sure. I don't know anything else, so we're just going to run with that. Yeah, it's a blue. Handwritten green memos. Handwritten green memos are always false, but would be true if you changed one color in the text. Okay, let's take a look through our notes. And by let's take a look, I'll take a look through my notes on my other screen that you can't see because you're not special. Black chest, sun symbol. So for instance, the previous note was a green memo that was false because it's handwritten. It said red memos and blue boxes are always true. That's false. So if I change one color in that text, maybe instead of red memos in blue boxes, I say blue memos in blue boxes are always true. Sure. Red memos in red boxes are always true. Where's the... No. So blue memos in blue boxes are always true. It could be green memos in blue boxes are always true. Red memos in green boxes? No, hold on. There are no red boxes. There are also no green boxes. The red ones are actually called pink because this game thinks it's being really clever. Like, I don't know if you've been looking at the color of the chest. There's obviously black, white, and blue, but then there's one that's kind of a light red. And I know that pink is technically light red, but when most people say pink, they're picturing something a little bit more towards the purple end of the spectrum and not just a red, which has, you know, a lighter shade. So I think that's what that would be. Handwritten green memos. Did I see any other handwritten green memos? There is no realm that flies the white flag. Yeah, that was a handwritten green memo. And if you change one color, you could make it true. There is no realm that flies the blue flag. Yeah. What about other ones? I'm just reading them off my other screen. I don't think there are any other handwritten green notes I've seen. Nope. Okay. That was fun. That was a fun use of my time and not your time. Great Hall is great if I then get a foyer. I'm not using my dice right now. I'm going to put the funeral parlor here. See if we can't solve another puzzle. Eventually we'll get a trophy from it. It might even be this one. The blue box has at least one true statement. The white box has at least one true statement. Well, we can't have both of these be false, because then everything would be false. The gems are in the blue box. The gems are in a box with two statements. That is true. That is true. Does it mean this one? The gems are in a box with two statements. That is true. Okay, so these both can't be false. It's possible. Can both of these be false? I think both of these are true, or both of them are false. The gems are in the blue box. If these are both true, then these both have to be false, because it's the only way to make a false box. Therefore, these cannot both be true. They also cannot both be false. Therefore, we have a one is this. That means that, yeah, both of these are true, both these are false, and then this one is just true or false. So where do I go from here? Let's say that this is true. The gems are in a box with two statements, and that is true. This is a true box. That must mean this is false. The gems are in the blue box, so they would be in the black box. The white box has at least one true statement, and the blue box... Wait, no, sorry. White box doesn't. This would be false. It'd be true. That works out if both of these are true. Now, if both of these are false, the gems are going to be in the white box. Both of these are false. This is also false, which means there's no box that has two completely true statements. Therefore, both of these are true. This must be false. Gems must be in this box. And by gems, I mean one gem, because I'm just doing this puzzle early. Oh, still not enough for the trophy. Give me a hallway, please. This counts, but let's take the den. What I'm really looking for is a T-shaped junction. I'm not using my one key on that, because if it doesn't have a key in it, I'm screwed. All my gems for 40 coins, or do something completely different. How about this? Let's just get this out of my way. More dice is always good. I got 10 because I made a drafting room. Yeah, the tunnel is a drafting room. That's why. There we go. That's a hallway. We have enough dice. Let's just make our way as far north as we can. Although I would prefer to have some keys. Metal detector is an okay item, but I was hoping for a shovel or a sledgehammer. Foyer. There we go. Now we're talking. Do I use a redraw here? Because if I don't go straight ahead here, if I turn left, if I dead end, it's a dead end. If I turn left, I gotta go around. But either way, this passageway is cooked. I gotta find another one. Or I redraw, just use one of the dice now. Let's use one. Ah, I can now force a good room out of here. I can force a hallway out of here. I am low, but on gems and keys. But I don't have to use a key because hallways are always unlocked. So this is the idea. I still need to use a key here. I don't want to do that because I don't really have any. Blue room's time. I've already seen what's in here and what's in here. So we're going to redraw. Security. Let's put the break room, because I do want a break room. Huh. Okay, 10 times 11 is 110, but rounded to the nearest 100 is just 100. Divided by 20 is 5. A third of 20 is close to 7, and rounded to the nearest number is going to be 7. 4 squared and then reversed is 61, and then we're going to subtract 30 and 30, so that's 1. Alright, okay, we're good in keys now. I just need gems. Do I want to use the key here, or do I want to hope it's this? I'm going to use the key here. And now we want a room like a boiler room, or a reading nook. Boiler room uses the gem, but it has more doors. I'm going to use the reading nook. Gets my key back, and I don't know what note is in here, so let's just take a look, see if we can find it. Maybe it's under these books somewhere. Maybe it's behind the chair. Maybe it's up your butt. Where is it? Ah, there it is. The rook can perform a special move with another piece. This would be very useful if I was still working on the castling puzzle, but I'm not, because I'm very smart and already figured it out. Alrighty, corridor's fine. In fact, it's kind of the best thing I have here without using a die. Hey, keys. Okay, so now it's just gems I need. Vestibule. I wish I'm just out of those. I've already seen what's in the kennel. This is really the only way to go up, so I won't see if there's a note in here. Did this generate something? Ah, keys. Observatory is great because I probably will get a gem back. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see if I get a gem back. No, I do not. Alright, well now I'm really screwed if I need a room with gems. Give me a room that doesn't cost gems, please. A blue room that doesn't cost gems. Coat check, I can see what's in there. Either that or redraw for a better blue room. What's a better blue room? Let's be honest. Let's just see what we have as far as notes go. Is there an item I would want to hold? I don't think so. Alright, so where's the note? Ah, there it is. Coat check is drawn slightly more often the day after checking a new item. Yeah, I know that. I already know that. Okay, so those go the wrong direction. I need it to go this way, like the bedroom does. And I need it to curve upwards. And I need to have things that don't cost gems. Would be ideal. Hallway type rooms are good, thank you. Okay, so either I end my day or I just redraw and try again. Spare green room is fine. Hey, there's a gem. And a broken lever that I won't probably use. Blue room that is not the two I've seen already. Well, I guess we're going to see if the storeroom has a useful note. Now, it could be hidden anywhere. That's the dare bird. Where are you, little blue note? Is it up higher? Like, am I gonna look? Gamers don't look up. Y'all, where is this note? Oh, there it is. There are 6 permanent additions. What? Oh, yeah, these. Yeah. Okay, I already have them all. Why? Why? Okay. So these are not helpful hints. That's going to end the day. It's been long enough that I think I'll end the video after this day. Is there anything else I would want to draw? Maybe I can put something in the coat check, but I don't really want to see the coat check. I want to see blue rooms up here I haven't seen yet. I want maybe conservatory. Maybe I go try to get down here and get a conservatory. The reason being, I might find some blue rooms that are rare that I want to make unrare for the express purpose of putting them in rank 8. Follow? Yeah, I thought you did. Wine cellar. Oh yeah, that's another one of those rooms. Maybe I don't go through... Maybe I'll try this. There could be a gem in here. Who knows? There's a key in here. There's a gem in there. Yep. That's what they want. Say, for instance, the vault. The vault might have a really important note in it. I would never know. Because I can't get the vault. Hold on. You need to be pet. It's very important that I get pet. Whatever your name is. Drawing room. Alright. If I don't get the conservatory here, then that is the end of the day. I have to go all the way back up to the break room, though. There we go. Ah. Ballroom should be rare. It's a stupid room. Servants' quarters should be less rare? Does give you keys. Mail room, I'm going to make that even more rare. I no longer need this, really, for any run. Yeah, there could be a blue memo in it, but I don't want to see it a ton of times just for one blue memo. Unless, of course, it's the only one that has the hint I need. So, yeah. There's that. That wasn't the most useful conservatory draw I could have gotten. But if I do this enough times, I will eventually get a draw that will help me. Hello again. That's right. Who's a good boy? Anything else? What am I doing? I don't want to draw one of these. I want to get up to the break room. Which would be actually this way. And this way? Yes. So that's our first foray into the blue tents. We've done a few days. We've seen like 14 memos. And they're all pretty much used... Oh, there's this memo. The bullseye operation can trigger multiple times. Yes. Do you think that I got this far in this game by being an idiot? Okay. Anyway, that's the start. So that tells you what blue tents are. And it's kind of unfortunate that there are some hints you absolutely need to go forward with the blue tents. Or at least I am unaware of how I would have gotten these hints otherwise to solve the puzzle later. But unless I get those rooms in rank 8, we're kind of stuck doing this for a while. So I hope that's fun. We're going to call it a day here, though, and I'm going to end it now, and then in another video later, we'll continue looking for hints in the blue rooms and hopefully get the ones that we need to solve basically the remaining puzzle of the game. And then once I finish the game, I don't know what I'll do with my life. I feel like, you know, where do you go after you reach the top? You know, Alexander wept for there were no more worlds left to conquer, but we'll see. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I've been Key of W. You have also been Key of W. We are all Key of W on this blessed day. Have a good one. Bye.